Hi, my name's Raymond and I'd like to thank you for having a trial of Teacher's Buddy. In this video I'm going to give you a short introduction to how the system works so you can get in there and have a little play and try out the various options. Over the next few days I'll send you a video that focuses on specific tasks. For example, tomorrow I'll send you a video that's all about creating lesson plans, labs and tutorials. In those videos I'll go into little tips and tricks that give you the best types of output. Once you understand how to ask the questions, you'll find that the output that's generated is much better than you would get by putting in just general generic terms. But for now we're in the login screen. So you would have received an email with your login and password details, and this is where you will enter them on the screen. If you ever forget your password, you can use the Forgot Password option here at the bottom of the screen. But for now, we're just going to click on the Login button. Once you log in, you'll see a screen with several tiles on it that represent the different tasks that you can complete. At first, it looks like there's only 4 tasks here, but when you click on these options at the top of the screen, you'll find that there's tiles for all sorts of different tasks that you might want to carry out. Once you select a category, you can click on a tile and that will open up the screen that will generate the text. Before we do that though, let's have a look at the other things on this main screen. You can always click on the logo at the top left-hand corner to get back to this home page. You can also click on the Home option. When you're generating text or creating lesson plans or labs or assignments, you can save them into libraries, and this option here called Libraries is where you'll find the work that you've saved. If this is the first time that you've logged in though, you might want to change your password to something that you can easier remember. To do that, you click on the Profile option at the top of the screen and you click on the Change Password option. Now that you know how the screen is laid out on the main menu, let's click on one of these tiles. This is the screen that will generate the text for your assignments and lesson plans and your marking and reports and all those other things that the system will do for you. They all have a very similar layout. On the left hand side of the screen we have the questions that you need to answer. On the right hand side of the screen is the area where the text will be generated. And you can send this to your printer, you can save it into the library, or you can copy it into Word or text format. All of these screens have a very similar layout. This is the layout for the lesson plan. This is the layout for a lab session. Here's a more complex screen that we use for doing school reports. And finally, here's a screen that we'll use when we want to reply to emails. All of these screens have the same layout. So the options are on the left and the output will be on the right. In tomorrow's video, we're going to talk in a bit of detail about lesson planning, labs and tutorials. But for now, to quickly show how the system works, let's fill in some details to create a quick lesson plan. I've typed in that I want a lesson plan for Mendel's pea experiment in biology. Once I've answered this question and anything else on the screen, I simply click on this Generate button at the bottom of the screen or the Play button at the top of the output. They both do the same thing. The AI will have a look at what you've entered and start to generate some text for you. So what we've got now is a very short lesson plan for the Mendel's pea experiment, and I'll show you ways that you can improve this. So from here you can click on this button here to save it as plain text, or you can click on this button to save it in Word format with all the nice formatting. If you want to save it in your library for later, you click on this little paperclip and it will ask you to enter a title that you can refer to it in the future. So I'm going to just type in here the Mendel's pea experiment. And I'm going to click on the Save button. Once we've done that, it's come back to the main menu. While I was in this screen, I could have clicked on the little printer icon to send it to my printer, and you can also edit the text on the right hand side of the screen. So if you need to change anything, you can change it before you print it, or copy it, or save it to your library. I think that will do for today. Tomorrow we'll go into lesson planning, labs and tutorials, but for now jump in there, have a play with some of the options, and tomorrow we'll talk about how you can get some of the best results for some of the various features.